Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
It's cloudy for us in Dublin and Lawrence County right now. Not seeing much with the wind as we look at the trees. And of course, pretty mild out there. 57 degrees, one of our warmer spots around the region right now with a 3-mile-per-hour wind coming in out of the east-southeast. So most of this rain right now is in Bibb County. So we're seeing that come down in Macon as well as into Twiggs County. But it's very scattered light showers. And this is kind of what we're going to deal with throughout the afternoon before we have a chance for a couple thunderstorms in the evening as the cold front comes through. But we're not worried about severe weather today. It's far too cold outside to allow for any of that to develop. It's just some light rain, which will help a little bit with our drought conditions. It's just unfortunately making it feel like a gloomy day. But the thing about today is it's probably the warmest afternoon that we're going to have this week. As once all this comes through and we start seeing this clear weather move in, it's coming with a mass of cold and dry air that's going to be well below the average for this time of year. So that cold front's passing through this evening, and you'll know when it passes because the wind is going to shift to the northwest, and all of a sudden that wind, instead of being balmy and humid, is going to be cold and dry. And that's what's going to be keeping us cool the rest of the week. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon with more clouds later in the evening. But heading into our Thursday morning, we're really going to start seeing the clear conditions take over, and that's where we're going to have some pretty cold wake-up temperatures. We're talking close to freezing on Thursday morning and then into the upper 20s as we begin our Friday. Later this afternoon, though, peaking in the low 60s mainly in most of our region, 62 in Macon and Warner Robins. Get a little warmer further south where we may see that sun come out as we head into the later afternoon hours. 68 degrees in McRae is the warm spot, and what we're seeing right now with those showers will remain the case throughout the remainder of the day until I mentioned around dinner time. It's when that we could see some heavier rain with a couple rumbles of thunder. If we do see any thunderstorm activity, it will be when that cold front comes through. The wind shifts to the northwest, and it will be pretty gusty. We're talking 20-mile-per-hour gusts potentially out the door tomorrow morning with temperatures in the low 40s. So it feels like conditions are going to be in the upper 30s and low 40s around the region. I mentioned a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon with more clouds later, and then pretty cloudy early on tomorrow night before that clears out and gives us a pretty cold morning on Thursday. The lows for tonight dropping down to those low to mid 40s. But again, you can knock 2 to 3 degrees off of basically all of these thanks to that northwesterly wind. In 10 seconds, we're going to check out your 7-day forecast.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's VolumeChevrolet.com.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is presented by Volume Chevrolet. So today and tomorrow kind of breezy. In fact, tomorrow is probably going to be worse than today throughout the afternoon with that northwest wind. Look at the temperatures, all right? We're going to be in the 50s the remainder of this week. That's well below the average for November in Macon. That high is 69, so we're not going to be even getting close to that. And I even seen the 60s into the weekend, but look at the lows. All weekend long, staying near the freezing point. It's going to be dry but cold.